But he was a singer, he always sang the blues. Walter was the harpist, he had nothing to lose.
Hello, Els. Thank you for joining us here at the Frog and Fiddle. Just wanted to chat a bit about you and your music. Your voice has been described as the love child of Etta James and Janis Joplin, but how would you describe your voice and your music?
Well, I'd say my music is definitely bluesy. So that's maybe where there's Etta and Janis comes from. As you can probably hear now, I'm super husky. I'm actually not so husky when I sing, but it's still relatively. I'd say I am definitely in between those two. I'm not as husky as Janis.
Okay, and I listened, you did a great cover of Lily Allen's song, Somewhere Only We Know, which was amazing. I thought it was lovely. But who inspires you most?
Who inspires me most? Do you know what? Anyone who's just doing it and is out there doing music and playing what they want, everyone's an inspiration. So I take inspiration from like all kinds of music. I love 50s blues. People, like Etta James literally is one of my heroes. She's like just insane. So just and everything I see around me inspires me.
But if you had to choose one particular artist that you would say inspires you?
Oh, I don't know. That's so hard. I don't know. Etta. Probably. It's got to be. I love her. Okay. Absolutely love her.
You began your career as part of a group, as many solo singers do. What was it that made you break away from that group and go it on your own?
There were loads of things. Actually, the last time I was here was with that group. I was like, I've definitely been here before. So, we were together for a really, really long time. But just through lots of different factors between all of us. I was in the band with my brother. He decided that he was going to become like a superstar businessman instead. So he left, and I just was finding that it didn't feel right for me. So I took a break. I went to uni, and it was only in my final year of uni that then I got kind of signed, and it just kind of went from there, really.
What did you study at uni?
Psychology. So something completely different. I toured for about 4 years, and I was sort of just a bit tired, and the music wasn't going in the right direction, both creatively and sort of progressing. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna stop doing music, and I'm not gonna do music again, and I'm gonna go be a psychologist and all of that stuff. And then music kind of caught back up with me, and I've been doing it ever since.
You're working with Brian Banks on your album. Mm-hmm. What's it like working with him as he helped with Michael Jackson's Thriller?
It's just amazing. I've known Brian for absolutely years. His daughters and me went to the same schools, so that's kind of how I got involved, and we started working together about 4 years ago, and it did, we've only really been massively pushing it the last year. So we're just about to go into the studio to record an EP that will be released in February, and I'm touring in February as well. So.
And what's that you're going to release? What's the song called?
The EP is going to be based around a song called Who Am I to Me?
Oh yes, that's had 8,894 hits on YouTube. That's quite impressive. How did you manage to achieve that?
Well, I have absolutely no idea. The song that you hear on YouTube sounds completely different to this version of the song that we're doing. So Brian and I wrote that song that was then picked up for an advert in America. Yeah. The advert got like gazillions of hits on YouTube, and then I was like, I should probably upload it as my song.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what we did. But it was completely different. It's electronica, and I don't really do that kind of stuff. It doesn't really fit with the blues thing. So what I did was I loved the lyrics so much. They're really special to me. So I wrote a chorus to it and put it to the band and Brian, and then we just completely ripped it apart, put it back together to sound something like this, like bluesy rock and roll. type vibe. So.
Oh, great. So I'm looking forward to hearing that then. So when's your new album out, and which song on it is your favourite?
So the album's going to be out in February, and my favourite song will it will be between Howlin' Wolf and Who Am I to Me. So Howling Wolf is a song that I wrote. I went travelling with my dad a year and a half ago, and all we did was listen to just awesome blues music, like all the way around Vietnam. And I took this like mini guitar with me, and the poor people that had to listen to me play guitar, because I don't play guitar, but I had to take an instrument, so I learned guitar. And I'm sitting on this it's just insane, this like jetty that like went out over a big estuary in Thailand, and Dad just said, oh, you should write a song that just goes like Howlin' Wolf, like how. And so I just took what he said and I wrote the whole song based on all the music that we'd been listening to, and it's just a tribute to Chess Records, which is it was an amazing label in the 50s, like with loads of incredible artists. So it's written about that and all the artists on it. So it's between that or Who Am I to Me.
And how is that how you gather your song material, from around you, experiences? Yeah,
exactly. Everything like that was. I'd never really written like a tribute kind of thing before, so that was just completely different. Other than that, breakups, makeups, all of the above. What I see, who I meet, places like this could inspire me. Who knows?
Yeah. You mentioned that you're touring with your album. Whereabouts are your tour dates? Next one's coming up.
Well, the tour is February, and that would be. It's kind of I'm doing like a southwest thing. So we've got quite a few in Devon, in Cornwall, Brighton, London, Bristol, which is where I'm from, Cirencester. We're playing a really cool venue in kind of Woodchester. I don't know if that means So it's called the Convent, and it's this cool venue that's just been made into it's a hotel and live venue, and they broadcast it all over the world, so they film it and then people can actually sort of pay to watch it, even if you're in Australia.
Oh, that sounds absolutely amazing. So if I wanted to come along onto the tour, where would I buy tickets?
You can buy tickets at the best thing to do is just go to ellesbailey.com, go to my gigs page, and you can find ticket links there.
Perfect. And what are the typical mistakes that people make when they're trying to pursue a career in the music industry, and how do you avoid those pitfalls?
My goodness, I've made hundreds of them.
Pick your worst one.
That's really hard. What mistakes? What did you say? Have you done this yet? What did you say?
I didn't ask him that question.
Really hard.
Sorry, different questions for each artist.
Yeah. Different. I don't know. Like, I'd say, don't write for the sake of writing. How do I explain that? You have to write like so many bad songs to actually get a good one. So in that sense, write, but don't just be like, right, I have to write this kind of style right now because this is what fits, and it sounds a bit forced. Maybe that's, I guess, a mistake that you can make. Does that make sense?
No, that does absolutely make sense. If you had to go to a desert island and could only take 3 items to keep you entertained, what would they be? Do you get electricity? No.
And I'd have to take a guitar. Hopefully no one else is around me. A guitar and a piece of paper and a pencil. Because at least that way I can write. So I guess you've got no electricity, so you can't take phone or anything like that. Which is really lame. Not really lame that you can't take a phone with you, but that you have to take a phone. So I always write like on my phone, so I never actually write things down anymore.
I see. Okay.
It's really, like, technology has made me a really lazy songwriter, because I immediately like have an idea, like sing it into my phone and then like come back to it 5 months later and being like, oh, that was quite a cool idea. I should have written it 5 months ago.
Yeah. Okay, so it would be a guitar, a piece of paper, and a pencil.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And what is your motto to live by?
Wow. I guess it sounds, it can be so cheesy, but just do it. Like,
Yeah, no, that's not
don't-
cheesy because that's how you get anywhere in life.
yeah, and take like every chance you're given, because you don't know what's going to come for it. You don't know how much fun you're going to have doing it. Like, you only regret the things you don't do.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Well, thank you so much for coming down to see us today, Elles. And you can see Elles play live at the Oxjam Cheltenham Takeover at 4 p.m. on the main stage. And you can buy your tickets from www.wegottickets.com/Oxjam Cheltenham.